All right, so let me review what we did last time in here, y equals mx plus b, because um, most of problems 1.4, I'm gonna use this one, y equals mx plus b, and I'll find the slope, and I'm gonna find the y-intercept. I mean y coordinate y-intercept. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna study point slope form and the standard form, but I I'm gonna barely use these two one. Okay, so I'll use the slope intercept form. Yeah, definitely, sometimes, I mean, we have to use a standard form. If problems ask us to write your answer as standard form, then yeah. Um, and then, yeah, so x-intercept, y-intercept, yeah, well, I covered that, right? So x-intercept is the intersection point between line and x-axis. Y-intercept is intersection point between line and y-axis. Okay, and then also here three, and then we're gonna learn the equation of the vertical line and horizontal line too. Okay, so okay, and then horizontal line. Okay, so on the line. Okay, all right. So the first one, the slope slope intercept form. Okay, so y is equal to mx plus b. Right. So let's see. Can you see that? The more close. Let me close up. All right, so y equals mx plus b. So m is called slope, right? This is slope. So what's the definition of slope? Change in y over change in x. Okay. Change in y over change in x. Okay. So it means that we wanna slope is the measurement of how much y value is change, increase or decrease, while x is increase. Okay, keep in mind this. So we always interested change y while x is increased. Keep in mind that. So mathematically, we can calculate this fraction as y2 minus y1 and then x2 minus x1. Okay. So what are they? x1, x2, y1, y2. So x1 comma here, x1 comma y1 is ordered pair, a point on the line, and then x2 and x2 comma y2 is ordered pair, a point on the line. So given two distinct points on the line, we can find the slope. So for example, so here x-axis, here x-axis, here y-axis, and then think about that kind of line, okay? So if we know the two lines, ordered pair of two lines, 2 points, sorry, x1 and y1, and x2 comma y2, okay? So then we can find out change y, change in x, I mean slope, okay? So while x is moved to, here's x2, x1, right? Here's x2. So while x is moving from x1 to x2, what happened to y value? Because y value changed from y1 to y2, right? So y value is increase, right? Increase. Okay. So keep in mind this: we're gonna measure. We're gonna measure the change y while x is increase. So denominator is a what? I mean, so if here's conclusion. So the what? As you can see that here, y is increase, right? So the slope must be positive. Okay. If y value is decrease, the slope must be negative. Okay, so it means that when you look at the graph, I mean the line, and then lines start from the uh, left bottom to the right top, so graph just increase like this. Okay, so I told you when you draw the graph line, you start from the left to the right. Okay, so left to bottom to the right top, that means slope must be positive. So in this case, slope must be positive. And then here x-axis, here y-axis. What if we graph it like this, starting from left top to right bottom? So then y value is decrease while x is increase. So it means the slope must be negative. Okay. So by just looking at the what, line, we can figure out the sign of slope. Okay. So now then back to here. So then what is b? We told you this is the y coordinate. Y coordinate of y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept. So since the the y-intercept is the intersection point between line and y-axis, so it means that y-intercept lies on the y-axis. For example, in this example, that's going to be y-intercept, right? Okay, it's going to be y-intercept. So it means that what? Then the x coordinate of the y-intercept must be 0. So the ordered pair of y-intercept going to be 0, comma b. Okay, and then that's going to be what? X-intercept. Okay, as you can see that since the point lie on the x-axis, yeah, that's as well as the what the intersection point between line and x-axis. So yeah, so the what y coordinate must be 0. Okay, let me just say a. Okay, so now the here b is y coordinate y-intercept. Why this is y coordinate y-intercept? Because when you plug in 0 into x, we're gonna get this y equals b. It means that b must be y coordinate corresponding to x coordinate 0. It means that b is y coordinate of the ordered pair 0, comma b, which is y-intercept, right? Okay, so that's why b is y coordinate y-intercept. Okay, so I know this example. Okay, so yeah, so definitely, you know, in 1.4, most of the problems ask you to find out equation line or graph the line. Okay, so finding equation of line, sometimes problems give you 2 points. Okay, sometimes problems give you slope and then 1 point. Okay, so and then other two sometimes problem give you the equation line, other equation line, which is a parallel to the equation of line, what we need to find out, or the other equation line, which is perpendicular to the equation line, what we want to find out. So now, see equation 1, press 1. Okay, so let me make up the see, can you see that here? Give me a second. Is it blurry? Okay. All right. So, okay. Let's see question 1. So this is find the equation, okay, of line. Okay. Passing through. I don't know, maybe 1, comma 2. Okay, and then negative 2, comma 3. Okay. All right. So sometimes, I told you, sometimes the problem give you the slope and 1 point. That's good because we don't have to find our slope, right? But in this case, 2 points are given. Then we have to find the slope and we have to find out b, y coordinate y-intercept. So when you set the equation of a line in problem as the slope intercept form, okay, that always, in that case, you always have to find out the m and b. Okay, just 2-step. You have to just 2-step always. Okay, so step 1, find the slope. Okay, m. Okay, so m, what is m? See, we use this one. So we can say this is x1, This is y1. This is x2. This is y2. So y2 minus y1 going to be 3 minus 2 over x2 minus x1, which is negative 2 minus 1. Okay. So now this is equal to 1 over, negative 3. So negative 1/3, right? Okay. All right. So now step, what? Step 2, we find the b. Okay. So to find the b, we're going to use one of points, okay? Why? Because how can you use the points? Since those 2 points lie on the point line, it means that 2 points, two order pair must be solutions of the equation of line. Okay, so I told you, remember that here. So keep in mind this. Okay, if you don't remember what I said here, so please watch the previous lecture video. So here I'll plug in 1 in. I'm gonna use this point order pair. So I'm gonna plug in 1 into x. I'm gonna plug in 2 into y. Okay, so 1 is equal to m. M is what? Negative 1/3. We already got it. Then x is what? 2 plus b. Okay, so now then b is gonna be what? So everything is now except for b, right? Okay, since the 1, 2 this order pair is solution. So this point makes that equation to be true. Means that the equal sign must be satisfied. So we have to find out. Excuse me. So we had. So now we can find b. Now so that's why we can solve this equation for b, because that equal sign must be satisfied. Okay. So I think b must be 3 over. Sorry, 5 over 3, right? So I'm gonna add. This is a negative 2 over 3, right? So I'll add 2 over 3 on both sides. Okay. So we got the what? 1 plus 2 over 3, which is 5 over 3, right? Excuse me. So b is a 5 over 3. So yeah, so what's the answer? So answer going to be y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 5 over 3. Okay, so now what if the problem asks you to graph this equation? Okay, so yeah, depending on problem, the it's going to be, you have to apply a different strategy. But for this problem, so for example, the question 2, here, okay, give me a second, let me write down and then let me adjust focus. Okay, all right, it works. Okay, so graph y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 5 over 3. So yeah, so instead of the 2 points are given in previous problems, okay, so equation of lines, equation is given, and then question is to graph. And then yeah, there are several ways to plot the graph, but I'll find out x-intercept, y-intercept. Okay, so why? Because to plot the line, we need to figure out 2 distinct points on the line. Okay, because 2 distinct points will determine the line unique line. So okay, right here. So I'll find the x-intercept. Okay, and then I'll find the y-intercept. Okay, so x-intercept what is ordered pair whose what excuse me, y coordinate is 0. So a comma b, right? A comma 0. Sorry. So for the y-intercept, gonna be 0 comma b, right? So it's not that hard to find finding of x-intercept, y-intercept, because see, y coordinate in x-intercept 0, and then x coordinate y-intercept 0, right? So I'm gonna plug in. Keep in mind this: x-intercept, y-intercept are solutions too. Okay, so because these two guys on the line, so it means that these two guys must be solutions. So I'll plug in 0 into y, okay, and I'll plug in a into x. Then this is going to be equation for a. That equal sign must be satisfied because x is the solution of that equation. So we've solved that equation for a. Okay, so that's a strategy. So we got this. 0 is equal to negative 1/3 times a plus 5/3. Okay, so yeah, and then I'll subtract 5/3. So we got what? So negative 5/3 is equal to negative 1/3, right? And then I'll just multiply by what? Negative 3, right? But let me just the interchange what? Left hand side, right hand side. So negative 1/3 a is equal to negative 5/3. And then now I'll multiply by negative 3. Okay. Then we're going to get a is equal to 5, right? So a equals 5. So 5 comma 0 is x-intercept. Okay. So a comma, oops, sorry, just 5 comma 0, right? That's x-intercept. For the y-intercept, we yeah, plug in 0 into x and plug in b into y. So b is equal to negative 1/3 times 0 plus 5/3, right? So what? This is going to be 0. So b is a 5/3. Okay. Well, you didn't have to, right? So once you see that here, this is a slope intercept form. Then we already know that what 5/3 is what y coordinate y-intercept. So you didn't have to do this actually. So 0, 5/3, that's the y-intercept. Now we first one we draw the Cartesian coordinate system, or you can say rectangular coordinate system, or uh, xy plane. Okay, it doesn't matter. So x-axis, y-axis. Okay, the 5 comma 0 is right there. Okay, 5 comma 0, and then 0 comma 5/3 is maybe right here. Okay, so 0 comma 5/3. Okay, so we connected 2 points like this. So that's the graph of that line. Okay, so and it makes sense. Why? Because m is a negative 1/3, which is negative, right? So we see graph goes from the what left to top to right bottom. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so now then next question. Let me use it right here. So question 3. Oh, question 3. Okay. So right here. Okay. Okay. So find the equation of a line. Okay. So parallel to this. Give me a second. See. Give me a second. 3 x plus 3y. Okay. Is equal to 5. Okay. So find the equation line parallel to x plus 3y equals 5, and that equation line pass through the let's say, I don't know, let's see, negative 3 comma 4. Okay. All right. So this is problem here. We need to figure out what does the meaning of what does parallel mean. Okay. So parallel means that two lines are parallel. That means two lines have the same slope. Okay. So if you, when you see that word in the problem for finding equation line, that then yeah, you just have to keep in mind that what two lines must be must have same slope. Okay. So here the strategy. Okay. So solution right there. All right. So now can you see this? So first one, yeah, definitely we say let y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, but I'm saying that here two, see that here two lines parallel right there. Let's say, let me put name for each line. So this is L1, this is L2, okay? And then let's say the, see x plus 3y equals 5. See that x plus 3y, 3y equals 5. Let's say this is the equation of L2, okay? X plus 3y is equal to 5, okay? Now, then we set the equation of L1 as this, y equals mx plus b, right? And then L1 passed through the negative 3, 4. See that equation line, which is L1, I just put the name, right? L1 passed through the negative 3, 4. So maybe negative 3, 4 right there. Okay, anyway, L1 passed through negative 3, 4. Okay, so now since two lines are parallel, so slope of L2 must be equal to slope of L1. So in step 1, we're gonna find m slope, okay, slope m, okay? To find the m, we use that equation, okay? So I'm gonna find out slope of L2, that's gonna be m. So x plus 3y is equal to 5. By the way, x plus 3y equals 5, this one. Let's figure out the form of that equation, standard form, okay? So this is standard form, okay? Standard form of line is ax plus by equals c. Or depending on textbook, other textbook just define a standard form as or ax plus by plus c equals 0, okay? So either one is fine. Anyway, so in here's a problem in standard form. The standard form doesn't give us the slope directly. So we have to solve that equation for y, because you see that slope intercept form, when you in a slope intercept form, the coefficient x is slope, right? So look at the left hand side, y is isolated. So it means that when you for given standard form equation, when you solve the equation for y, then it means that when you isolate y on the left hand side, then the coefficient x must be slope, okay? So, or we can say just, rewrite that standard form to the slope intercept form. Then you can find out slope, right? So anyway, so I'll just subtract x. Okay, so given x plus 3y is equal to 5. Let's subtract x, subtract x. So we got 3y is equal to negative x plus 5. The y is going to be negative 1/3 x plus 5 over 3. Yeah, right? So I just divide by 3, okay? I just divide by 3. Okay. So I just isolate y, okay? So now we see negative 1/3. That's the slope of L1 as well as L2. Okay, see. So m is what? Negative 1/3. Okay, m is negative 1/3. Now, step 2, guess what? We find the b, y coordinate, y intercept, okay? So to find the b, I'll use that point, okay? Negative 3, 4. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. So so far we got this. Y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus b right here. So I'm gonna plug in negative 3 and 4 into x and y, okay, respectively. So 4 is equal to negative 1/3, okay, times negative 3 plus b, right? So this is what? This is gonna be 1, right? Okay. So now then what? B must be 3, right? Is it? So b is equal to 3. So here's the answer. Y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 3. Okay, this is the answer. But sometimes problem ask you to write your answer in standard form. Okay, so let me rewrite that answer in standard form. Okay, so then I have to move that x term to the left hand side. It means that we add 1/3 x on both sides. Okay, so adding 1/3 x, add 1/3 x. So we got 1/3 x plus y is equal to 3. Okay, if a problem asks you to write in standard form. Okay, sometimes problem ask more. So yeah, write your answer in standard form with using only integer. Okay, so when you look at the example 6 in textbook, I think page 122. Okay, section 1.4, you may get that kind of question. So find the equation line and write your answer in standard form using only integer. What does that mean? So all of the, the coefficient x and y must be, and then the constant term must be integer. Okay, so see the 1/3. This is not integer, rational number, right? So to make this one the integer, we multiply by 3. So I'm gonna multiply by 3. Okay, so we got the x plus 3y is equal to 9. So yeah, that's the answer. If problem asks you to write your answer as in standard form using only integer. Okay, so but here main part key idea in this problem is step 2 step, find m and find b. Okay, so here to find the m, I used that fact. 2 lines are parallel. It means that 2 lines, the stair slope must be equal. Okay, using that one, I could find out m. Okay, and then using the point on the line, okay, L1, we could find out the b. Okay, so next one, let's see. Okay, so now let's see. Question 3 and the question 4. Oh, 4. Okay, so question 4, find the equation of line. Okay, find the equation line, not parallel but perpendicular. What does that mean, perpendicular? Okay, perpendicular means that 2 lines are crossed with right angle. Okay, so find the equation line perpendicular to the let's say x plus, yeah, let me 3y is equal to 5. Let me use the same equation as the previous problem. Okay, and pass through the let's see 1 comma 2. Okay, let's see, and then write your answer. So in standard form and using only integer. Okay, so perpendicular. Okay, so what does then perpendicular? I told you 2 lines are parallel, cross with right angle. This is not a xy coordinate system. Okay, so then okay, so 2 lines are cross with the right angle. Then let me put name for this here. Okay, this is L2. Okay, so for L1, let's say equation line. Let's say the slope of L1 is M1. Okay, is slope, so M sub 1. Let's say for L2, slope of L2 is let's say M sub 2. Okay, then the product M1 times M2, that is equal to -1. Okay, this is the fact. Okay, so I'm not going to prove it, so please memorize this. Okay, so when you get problems involving perpendicular that word, okay, then you have to use this fact, okay. M1 times M2 equals -1. So in here, in these problems, let me see. Okay, let's say this is the line of x plus 3y equals 5. Let's say L2, okay. X plus 3y is equal to 5, okay. Then here, we want to find our equation perpendicular to L2, okay, L2. And then let me put the name for that line and let's say L1, okay. Let's say y is equal to mx plus b, okay. And then this line passed through the 1,2, maybe 1,2 here. I don't know, but 1,2 maybe right there, okay. So definitely we're going to use 1,2 to find out b, and then I'm going to use this formula to find out m, okay. So here's a solution. So step 1, find m, okay, find m. So m gonna be what? Let's see. First of all, we gotta find the slope of L2. Okay. So now then, here find the slope of L2. Okay. So then we isolate y, right? But we did that, right? In when you solve question 3, right? So y was what? Y was was to subtract x. To find the slope of L2, what do we do? So we isolate y, right? It means that we have to re-express this one as the slope slope intercept form, right? That means we have to isolate y. So we subtract x and then divide by 3. So then we're going to get -1/3 x, okay, plus 5 over 3. Instead of -1/3, this is slope of L2, right? That's the slope of L2. Okay. Now then, second sub-step, okay, we use what? This one. M1 times M2 is equal to -1. Use that fact, okay, to find out slope of L1, okay. Dm, okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna plug in -1/3 into M2. I'm gonna plug in M into M1, okay. So then M times -1/3 is equal to -1. So M must be what? 3, right? Okay. Yeah, I just multiply by -3 on both sides, so we got this m equals 3. All right. And then now step 2. Step 2. Yep. So now let's see. Okay. All right. Step 2. What are you gonna do? Step 2. Yeah, we plug in 1,2 into the equation. Then we can find a b, right? So the step 2, find b. So so far we got this. Y is equal to mx. So here m is 3, right? 3x plus b, right? And then we plug in 1 into x. We plug in 2 into y. So 2 is equal to, then what? Implies 2 is equal to 3 plus b. So b is equal to -1, right? Okay. So now, and then that's not the answer, by the way. So you see the problem right there? So once you see, write your answer. Yeah, let me read it, okay? Write your answer in standard form using only integer, okay? So there's blurry. Okay. All right. Oh, give me a second. What happened? Let me change. Oh, give me a second. Did it work? Yeah, does it work? It's a little bit blurry, right? Hmm. Okay, now it works. So now, so I'm gonna transform that equation. I mean, so far we got this step 3, right? Your answer in standard form using only integer. Okay, using only integer. So y is equal to 3x minus 1. Okay. So now then here I'll move 3x. I mean I'm gonna subtract 3x to get the standard form. Okay. So negative 3x, negative 3x. Okay. So now then we got this negative 3x plus y is equal to negative 1. Okay. So then standard form here, and then fortunately, we don't have to. I mean, all the numbers. I mean, coefficient of x, coefficient of y, and then constant terms are integer. So we don't have to the what to make the all the numbers to the integer. Okay. So we already got the integers. So this is answer. So final answer is what? Negative 3x plus y is equal to negative 1. Okay. So here, so now back to the objective. Okay. So C. Okay. So actually, I covered the x-intercept, y-intercept, right? Okay, and then slope-intercept form here, and then we saw standard form, right? It should be capital letter A, capital letter B. Okay. Okay. We got this, right? And then two lines which are parallel and the perpendicular. We saw that, right? Okay. So point slope form, I'm gonna call point slope form and then vertical line, horizontal line. Okay. Point slope form. So so point. So first objective, then second sub objectives is point slope form. Okay. So now see. The form is this: y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay. Yeah. So what is x1, y1? That's the point on the line. Okay. So for let's say this is the line of that equation, and then let's say this is x1 comma y1. Okay. Right there. Then we can say the equation of line can be described as like this. Okay. And then what circumstance we're gonna use this one? If problems give you the point and the slope or 2 points, then we can use point slope form. Okay, for finding the equation of line. Okay, so for example, let's see example in textbook. Give me a second. Yeah, find the equation. Let's see, find the equation. Yeah, the problem. Yeah, see, I'm just looking at example 4 in the textbook. But they're gonna ask us to find out equation line in slope-intercept form. But let's change it. Okay, let's modify the problems. So I'm going to find out equation line in point slope form. Okay. So find the equation of line in point slope form. Okay. Through -2, and with slope of 1/2. Okay. So slope is given. Yeah, that's good, right? So here's solution. So starting from this, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So we can set this is x1, right? You can set this is y1, right? And then slope 1/2, that's the slope m, right? So, plugging everything into here, then we're gonna get this. Y minus 3 is equal to m, which is the 1/2, times x minus x1, which is x plus 2, right? Okay. So, yeah, but once you got this here, yeah, this is the answer. Okay, but yeah, sometimes you may need to simplify it. I mean, you may need to isolate y to figure out the y coordinate y-intercept. Okay, so that's why I don't like this form. Okay, so that's why I prefer to use the slope intercept form. Okay, so so now next one, let's figure out the equation of vertical line and horizontal line. Okay, it's quite simple. So think about this. The vertical line is a VL. Okay. So here given Cartesian coordinate system. So think about this kind of line passing through the since the vertical line, vertical line must pass through must cross x-axis, right? So let's say here this is, for example, 3. Okay. Now to figure out equation of that vertical line, let's take a look at points on the line, okay, and then observe the ordered pair for each point, okay. But see, the x coordinate must be 3, right? The y coordinate, I don't know, because I just, I randomly choose those points, so I don't know y coordinate, but definitely x coordinate must be 3 because those points lies on the vertical line, you see. So then we can say that the equation of vertical line is what? X equals 3. It means that collection of all the points whose x coordinate is 3. That's the meaning of x equals 3. Okay, so generalize this. The equation of vertical lines, we can say x equals a just a number. Okay, and this is a vertical line passing through x equals 3. Okay, all right. So a uh, doesn't mean that x coordinate of x-intercept. No. Okay, keep in mind this. Do not be confused. So a represent any certain x value. Okay, the horizontal line that you maybe you catch that, right? So here's a horizontal line. Let's say this point, the line passed through the y equals 4, for example, and then just observe the order pair of 8 points randomly chosen. Then we don't know x coordinate, but y coordinate must be 4, right? This is also 4. Okay. All right. So what? The equation of that horizontal line must be y equals 4. Okay. Generalize, we got this y equals b. So here I told the b doesn't mean the y coordinate y-intercept. Okay. So x equals a number, y equals a number. These are equation of vertical line, equation of the horizontal line. Keep in mind this. Okay. So now, yeah, I cover this one, vertical line and horizontal line. Actually, those two, the vertical line, horizontal line, and the standard form from the 1.3. Okay. But anyway, I covered that. Let's see applications. Okay, so I'm gonna cover applications. Okay. and then C. Let's take a look at the examples in applications. So give me a second. All right, so here's a textbook. All right. Yeah, I recommend you to look at examples textbook. Okay, so it's really I mean, this is really helpful. It helps you a lot. Okay, and then solution, there is solution. So uh, I'm pretty sure you can understand that. Okay, so yeah. So let's see example 10 and I think 11. So from ABC Wireless, the monthly cost for a cell phone with 100 minutes per month is $35, or 200 minutes per month for $45. That's the figure of 1.42. So they made the order pair. They got order pair from the information given: 100 minute, $35, 200 minute, $45. So they made order pair 100 comma 35, and then 45 comma 200. Okay, and then represent those 2 points corresponding to those order pairs on the Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, then you got this, and then connecting 2 points, you got that line. Okay. So then the cost in dollars is a linear function of the time in minute. So find the formula for C. So pretty much we can say that find the equation line given 2 points, 100, 35, 200, 45, right? So we did that. We practiced, right? So finding how to find the equation line if 2 points are given, right? And then B, what is the cost for 400 minute per month? Yeah, once we figure out the equation line for cost, C, we plug in 400 into the X value. Okay, then we can figure out the cost C, right? Okay, let me solve these problems. You can see the solution right here, but let me figure out the solution of A and B in my sketch paper. So right here. Okay, so the graph. Let me draw the graph. So x-axis represent time, minute. Okay. Okay. So a minute. Okay. The y-axis represent cost. C. Okay. I mean dollar. Dollar. Okay. So we got 100 right there, and then maybe 35 right there, and then 200 right here, and then 45 maybe right here. Okay. I mean, in common sense, that makes sense, right? Because is the what the minute is increased, the cost per month must be increased, right? Okay. So now then, let's see, we use this one, y is equal to, I mean, C, let me use C and T. C is equal to M times T plus B. Okay. So C, instead of letter Y, I use C for cost. Okay. Instead of using X, I use the T. Okay, I'm going to use T for time. Okay, in minute. Okay. So now then, see, what is M? M gonna be what? C2 minus C1 over T2 minus T1, isn't it? Okay. So was here is 100,35. This is the 200,45. If you I mean, if you don't like the using C and T, if you want to use just Y, X and Y, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so if that makes you really confused, yeah, then yeah, it's okay. So you can use X and Y. You can say this is X, this is Y, and the Y is equal to mx plus b. It doesn't matter. So C2 minus T1, let me say this is a C1, T1, C2, T2. Okay, then we got this 45 minus 35, excuse me, and then 200 minus 100, right? Okay, so keep in mind this, you should get positive slope. Why? Because connecting two distinct points, you see, graph goes up, it means that Y will increase. It means the cost is increased, right? Okay, so now this is going to be what, 10 over 100, right? Which is 0.1. Okay. Now next one, what about B? Okay, so to find a B, this is kind of step one, right? Step one and step two. Okay. Okay, step two. So to find the B, right? Find the B. Okay, I'll use the 100,35. Okay, so I'm going to plug in the point into the equation. So 35 minute, the cost, I mean, $35, I'm sorry, $35. We got this one, M times, which is 0.1 times T, 100 minute plus B. Okay, so 0.1 times 100 is what? 10, right? So 10 plus B is 35. It means that 10, B must be 25. Okay, so we got this. Excuse me. C is equal to 0.1 times T plus 25. Okay, we got this. All right. So now, using that model, we can predict what the cost for 300 mini, 400 mini, 500 mini. Okay, definitely, yeah. So in a company, don't use the linear model. Okay, maybe they use the more complicated model. Maybe not the straight line. Maybe like this. Okay, so something like that, or like maybe I don't know. Maybe like this. Okay, this curve. Okay, so once you figure out the equation of the curve, it's called modeling. Okay, once the company just complete the modeling, okay, then they just they gonna decide the optimal price, okay, for the product. So now question B. So yeah, let me do here. Okay, so question B. So what's question B? Is what is the cost for 400 a minute per month? Yeah, cost for 400 minutes. To figure out that, we plug in 400 into time t. Okay, so 0.1 times 400. Okay, the plus 25. Okay, then we're gonna get what, 0.1 times 400, which is 40, plus 25, which is 65. Okay, so it costs $65. Okay, so next problem is example. Let's see. Okay. Example 11, interpreting slope. Okay, so you see, a manager for a country market will spend a total of $80 on apples at 25 cents, right? 25 cents each, and pears at 50 cents. So write the number of apples she can buy as a linear function of the number of pears. So you see, write the number. You see, write the number of pears, apples she can buy as a linear function of the number of pears. So from here we can figure out uh, what is x, what is y. Okay, so number of apple, that's gonna be y. unknown variable y, and then linear function of number of pair. Number of pair gonna be x. Okay, so find the slope and then interpret your answer. Okay. So now then, let's see. Yeah, here. Can you give me a second? Sharing. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. By the way, let me take a roll first. Okay, and then let's see. I'm gonna do example 11, and then call it a day. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Today is third, right? Okay. So Hilia,
Here.
here. Yeah. Okay. And then Isaac.
Here.
Okay. Andrew Barrett.
Here.
All right. Chelsea.
Here.
Alex.
Here.
James.
Here.
Okay, and then Kyla.
Here.
Jaden. Jaden Hopper. Right here. And then Faith. Faith.
Here.
Let's see. I don't see your name in participant. Faith?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Give me a second. Yeah, I hear you, but let's see.
We're looking on with each other, but I can go on my computer.
Carla, Alexandria, Cindy. Can you tell me your ID name? I mean, in a Zoom, because I cannot see your name in the participant. Faith. Yeah. Faith. Hello. Faith. Yeah, here. Yeah. So yeah. Can you tell me your Zoom ID? I mean the name in the participant. Okay. Because I don't see your name in the participant list of participant in Zoom meeting. You see Laura, James, then Cindy, Chelsea, Caleb, Andrew. You know, some say just here, but I don't see your name. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Kim, this is Cindy.
Cindy?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I have to go soon, but I just want you to know I was here for the participants.
Oh, okay, got you. Not a problem. Yeah.
Thank you for class.
Yeah, thank you. So right here. Oh yeah, let's see. Faith is here. Okay. No, okay, got you. Yeah, I see. And then Andrew Lee. Andrew Lee here, right? Yep. Avery Martin. Avery.
Here. You got me?
Oh, you are Alex.
No, we're all in the same room. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, now I see. All right. And then Eric is there, right? Okay.
Right,
And
yeah,
then,
right here.
yeah, I see. And then Devin.
I'm here too. We're on the same computer.
Okay. And then Molly, yeah, I see Molly. Then Catherine.
Here.
Okay. Caleb here, yeah. Cindy, yeah, was here. And then Marcus.
Here.
Okay. And then Andrew Uten.
I'm here.
Okay. Laura, right. I think I saw that. Laura? Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right. So now, yeah, I'm gonna cover, we're gonna see example 11, okay, and then call it a day. Okay. So, and then please keep working online homework and assignment, quizzes, stuff, okay? So all assignments, I told you, all assignments are already open, okay? But due dates are different, right? So please keep working on time, otherwise accumulated after a month or 2 months. You cannot handle all of them, okay? So now let's see, okay, right there, okay, example 11. So we see, okay, a manager for country market will spend a total $80. So he has $80. Okay, that's his total budget. Okay, so example 11, by the way, example 11. So and then he wanna buy the apple and pears. Okay, so apple, let's say A, and then pear P. Okay. So let's say A means the, let me write down in this way, A and P. Okay, let's say A represent the number of apple. Okay, he buys. Okay, he gonna buy. And then P is say number of pairs. Okay, what he gonna buy. Okay, so now then write the number of apples she can buy as a linear function. Yeah, so then A times 0.25, that's gonna be what? Then this gonna be what? See, give me a second. The amount. To provide what? The give me a second. This is the amount for the buying A apples. Right, you can say that. And then 0.5, I mean 50 cents times P, that's gonna be amount for buying, not buying apple, no, buying pears. Okay, so you can say that. So then, but $80, this is all the total budget, what he has, okay? So it cannot be exceeded. So 0.25 A plus 0.25 P, that is must be equal to 80, okay? It means that if he just buy too much apple, then yeah, he can just a few pairs. If he buy too much pairs, and yeah, he has to buy just just few apples. Okay. So now the problem asks us to write the number of apples, which is A, okay, as a linear function of number of pairs, which is B. So we have to express A in terms of P. It means that we have to isolate this equation. In this equation, we have to isolate A. A is equal to something on the right-hand side in terms of P. So I'll subtract 0.5P, subtract 0.5P. Okay, so we got 0.25A is equal to negative 0.5P and then plus 80. And then we divide by 0.25. Okay, all right. So A is equal to negative 0.5 divided by 0.25, which is negative 2P. Okay, then plus 80 divided by 0.25. Yeah, you can use a calculator. You don't have to do by hand. Okay, 80 divided by 0.25 is 320. Okay, all right. So what does that mean? So we got the the linear equation of line, or you can say linear equation. Okay, so it means that what? So you can see it in the solution in the textbook. So the eta A is equal to negative 2p plus 320. That expresses the number of apples as a function of the number of pairs. Okay, and the slope is negative 2, right? So that means A2 decreases by 2 when P is increased by 1. It means, understand what I'm saying? So if the manager by 1 pairs, okay, then you're gonna number of apples gonna be decreased by 2 because he has to keep the total cost at $80, right? Okay, so that's the meaning of the slope right there. Okay, this is the application of example 11. Okay, so let me stop here. So I think I covered 1.4 fully. Okay, so maybe I'll just give some hint online homework in 1.4 next time. Then I'm gonna go over 1.5. Okay, so let's see.